I'm Sam Bowley. I'm an electrician here in Middlesboro, Kentucky. Been doing it for about 40 years. I was sued about 7 years ago by Jim Brown Supply, a local business, for materials that were, well, anyway, we'll talk about Jim Brown Supply later. They've got a multitude of problems anyway. This video, we're just going to discuss the lawyers, the people that made all this crap possible. Because without these servants of justice, these great legal minds, none of this crap could have happened. This lawsuit was filed based on unsigned invoices. It was filed against me and Donnie Miracle. Donnie Miracle was co-defendant in this suit. They never contacted him, never, because he didn't have an electrical license. So they had no reason to go after him. I was the one they needed to put out of business, basically, is my feeling on the matters, why the hell it was done. Doug has a close relationship with Fuzzy Electrical Service. We'll visit that in the next video, too. Doug was awful proud of his family and a few other things in court. Let's see how proud he is when all this shit comes out. But right now, let's talk about the lawyers and the kangaroo court system in Bell County, Kentucky, because it is a joke. On May 29th, 2012, we actually went to trial on this crap. And I lost. It was a jury trial, so to speak. The jury being what they are here, they're usually the same faces on the jury every time. Even one of them was under charges of being tampered with in a previous case. But you'd think that disqualifying, but no. We are just to all our crooks. Do what?
Admitted that in open court.
Yeah, he admitted that in open court. I've got people telling me what to, so I don't forget anything. Now, I'm sure that Doug Knuckles, the owner of Jim Brown Supply, who paid a great deal of money for that name, but didn't come up with the $15 to register it with the state, which is a violation of state law. It's a misdemeanor. His lawyer knew about it. And then they went into the Airyback hangar, which is what this lawsuit is all about. Anyway, it's a two-car garage, but they want $8,800 for the goddamn material to wire the son of a bitch. This 7 years ago. I'll show you the difference in prices in the next one too. You'll find out that none of this stuff costs anywhere near what he's trying to charge us. So if you all do business with him, for God's sakes, check your invoices and shop around. You can probably go anywhere and beat his prices. Again, that's another video. Let's just get to the lawyers. I hired Glenn Green, lawyer out of Harlan County, not big time lawyer, corporations, all this bullshit. Poor fella got caught stealing $1,200,000 from one of his clients and got disbarred during the time of this crap. When I'm without an attorney, I got to hire another. He charged me $2,500. I never did get that back. But anyway, he's this. But I understand that he got his license back. If he did, I don't doubt it, because the Bar Association in this state is pretty much a great big circle jerk. It's ran by lawyers for the benefit of, guess who? Lawyers. So, if you've been screwed by a lawyer, just pray that he brought his own lube and does not try to charge you for it, because it'll cost you in the long run. If he got his license back, that's possible. I wouldn't say he did. I don't know that he did. I heard that he did. Then I hired Otis Stone, another lawyer out of Harlan County. And honest to God, the only reason I hired the man is I kind of checked around on the federal indictment list. His name wasn't on it. I said, what the hell, we'll give him a shot. Because unsigned invoices, none of this shit in a real courtroom, real court situation, none of this shit would have held. A normal judge, a normal human being would have thrown this crap out and said, look, they've offered you settlement after settlement on what you agreed on, the $3,500 price. you wouldn't accept it. You'd rather drag people back and forth to court, take depositions, cost them a bunch of money and work, and try to defame their character and destroy them somehow. That's what Doug did. And that's what these lawyers have helped him do. Poor old Otis, he was the cheapest of the one. He was the cheapest. He was $1,000. And in the time of this, poor fellow had a stroke. I can't say too much bad about him since he was sick. He had a stroke. I mean, these things happen. Okay, let's put Otis back. Otis is okay. Maybe. I don't know. I'd be careful if I hired him, but still yet. Then I hired Ken Boggs, lawyer out of Barberville, Kentucky. $3,000 to defend a bullshit lawsuit that in a real court would have never saw daylight. He sat there on May 29th, 2012. We went to trial. He sat there. I didn't know that you could be that still for that long and somebody not embalm your ass and bury you. This son of a bitch never fucking moved. He did ask several questions. And I mean several, I mean 4 or 5. For $3,000 friggin' dollars. The court sent me a letter saying I had to hire an attorney, by the way, because I fired Otis, and I had to hire one. By the way, you don't have to hire an attorney. The court was full of shit when they sent me that letter, but I've got it. It'll be posted up here too. Anything I say on these deals will be, I've got proof. I'm not going to bullshit you. I'm not going to pack gossip. I'm not going to tell you that this happened when I can't prove that it happened. It did happen. The whole time, okay, now we come to Doug's lawyer, C. Bishop Johnson. This man, honest to God, could blow up an onion sack. He can talk more and say the least of any son of a bitch I've ever met in my fucking life. He is a piece of work. He took this case, and him and Doug, and Doug admitted this in court. They went to the air evac hangar, walked in off the street, unlicensed, took the power panels apart in there to prove Doug's friggin' case. That's a violation of Kentucky law, of KRS 227, the law on electrical license. It's a misdemeanor. Carries $5,000 fine, 6 months in jail. But there's nothing like breaking a misdemeanor with your friggin' lawyer present. It's a bonding experience for you two dickheads. Air evac should be brought up on charges for letting somebody come in. Thank God Doug doesn't sell helicopter parts, or if they'd have needed the damn chopper, they'd have disassembled that son of a bitch too, I guess. Because the idiot that was in charge of that base actually let them walk in, take these apart, take pictures, play with their dicks and leave, or whatever the hell else they did down there. C. Bishop Johnson, if you want to hire a lawyer, hire him. He apparently was sued with no evidence. He doesn't practice due diligence. He didn't have to, he couldn't get a hold of Donnie Merrill. That was his, it was my responsibility to get a hold of a man. This asshole is suing. I'm not suing Donnie at the time. Why in the hell do I have to get a hold of him? You're the asshole that wants him in court, not me. But no, you got to do their damn work for them on top of everything else. Now, in the whole course of this thing, we were like 2 months from going to trial in November of 2010, I think it was. I'll look that up and be sure. But during that, Donnie and his family hired Bishop Johnson in a child custody case. So old Bishop worked for Donnie, had consultations with him, talked to him on legal matters. Took money from him, over $1,000. Child custody hearing, I went to it with him. We'll have to look that up. I'm going to get these dates, but I'm just letting you know how bad this place is. Bishop didn't show up. He had to go to Prestonsburg for some reason. I'm sure he had a great reason. He always does. He's, like I say, he could blow up an onion sack. He'll make a hell of a politician someday, and that's what he's shooting for. The thing is, if he needed to get a hold of Donnie, why didn't he talk to him while he was in his damn office and tell him you got a trial coming up? Why didn't Doug talk to him when Donnie went back and forth into the store, way after this suit was filed. For years, Donnie went in and out of the store, and they never said a word to Donnie. They were after me, not Donnie. Bishop was allowed in court to defame my character, run me down, say I'm not a member of the community and stuff like that. Which, well, I'm not as fine an upstanding lying act as I'm not as good a liar as he is, but I still think I'm a member of the community. I live here, I pay my taxes, and I complain about it. These three oldest own C. Bishop Johnson. On Bishop Johnson, think about that. Perfect name for a lawyer. Beating the bishop, jerking the Johnson. You can insert your own dick joke anywhere in there you want to. Knuckle children. I mean, think about all this shit. Anyway, these are their names. I didn't make them up. I mean, you can't make this shit up. It's fairy tale. But anyway, they're all Bishop Johnson, Otis, and Ken Boggs are big members of the Masonic Lodge. Ken's a member down at Mountain Lodge. Otis is a member up at Harlan. And C. Bishop is the master at Bell Lodge. I'm the senior warden at Pinnacle Lodge. I'm a Mason too. I won't be after December. I've learned that I don't cut it with these people. I'm not this. There are members of this order. There are members at Pinnacle that are good people. There are good people at Bell. There are good people at Mountain Lodge. But boy, when you get the bad ones and you have to deal with them, I don't have any faith in it anymore. I don't see any reason to keep participating. I've already tendered my resignation. But so if y'all are afraid Masonry is going to take over the world, how? They're too busy fighting amongst themselves and doing people dirty. Bishop Johnson should be brought up on Masonic conduct charges, and so should Ken Boggs for taking my money and not doing his job. Anyway, we'll talk about Doug Knuckles and some of the court system and some of the horse shit that they'll pull on you. And if y'all are being sued in Bell County, Kentucky, for God's sakes, it doesn't matter about evidence. It doesn't matter that you didn't do anything. It doesn't matter that you tried to make it right. It matters what your last name is, how big a bank account you got, how politically connected you are. That's all that matters. The Bar Association in this state does not protect you from anybody. So if you're looking at them to protect you from these bloodthirsty bastards, forget it. They don't do it. If you think they have malpractice insurance, it's my understanding in the state of Kentucky there is no law that makes them get it. I have to have it for what I do. I have to carry $500,000 insurance. A lawyer doesn't have to have shit. Anyway, this is the first one. There'll be some more. And, I don't care if anybody watches or not. I'm trying to chronicle this stuff because this is not over. This is not ever going to be over. Y'all have a nice day. And I'm going to piss on fire and call dogs in. I got to go home.